What's up, everybody? Hopefully, y'all's Friday is going well, and hopefully, your trading week was a blissful week. But I'm going ahead and doing the trade recap for my only trade that I did take this week. I had a lot of IRL issues, so I wanted to go ahead and just tackle them and got my mental straight. But other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and do this trade recap. So today, my target was this high up here for all-time high. We put it in a relatively equal high, but whenever I did see the market open, we kind of opened up here, but then we ended up showing signs of bearishness. But we had this volume imbalance here, or that we ended up respecting, and then from there, I wanted to see exactly why we respected it. So, doing a top-down analysis from the daily to the 4-hour, I do see that we have a 4-hour gap here that we do respect. And then from there, I just want to go onto the 1 hour to see if I'm seeing everything correct, and I am. So I do see a 1 hour fair value gap, but I want to go onto the 15-minute to see if I see something else better. So I do see something more accurate, and it's this 15-minute gap that does sit below New York lunch low. So what I was paying attention here is for us to reject this fair value gap, and at the same time we could end up sweeping this London low. I do have other sauce on my Discord to figure out why this level hit. So if you're a part of my Discord, you're able to know the little fancy tools that I do use under this range here. That way you're able to have a precise entry and able to bottom tick this entry here. But other than that, I'm just going to go over the brief overview exactly of what we used, and just using simple PD arrays, just generally making it easier for everybody else to learn within this trade. So going from the top down analysis, we were bearish until we hit certain PD arrays, and we were showing signs of respect of those PD arrays. So from there, I am gonna have my eyes open for some longs, especially if we're respecting this 15-minute gap here. We have strong rejection within this first candle, and the second candle gives us a stronger rejection, indicating that we are probably going to end up wanting to go higher instead of lower, since we're rejecting price down here. We set a bunch of liquidity, and on ES as well, we did not sweep this range at all. So that is an SMT within this range here. So we have SMT here, and then from there we also are going to end up wanting to look, or at least navigate ourselves for longs here, since we do have SMT and swept out a bunch of liquidity within one index. So going to the 1 minute, since the 15-minute translates everything to the 1 minute, we see we have SMT, we sweep liquidity, we sweep lunch low, and then from there we do see that we have one gap here. So from there, I do want to enter off the 1 minute gap as an inverse fair value gap, or I could have waited for the CISD up here as well, but the inverse fair value gap just gave me better RR, and I did see exactly what I needed to see from this rejection. So I was confident enough that this 1 minute inverse was going to blow out in my way. So I entered on the CE of the BPR, and then I targeted these long position to London high, and then I put my stops at this protected low, aiming for a 2.5 RR trade. And then from there, I wanted to come up to Asia high, and then end up tackling everything. But London, we ended up sweeping London high, and ES hasn't swept London high at all. So there's SMT within this range here. So I just ended up taking profit. I took profit on this internal buy side liquidity zone here, and then I took profit here. Well, I was supposed to take profit on London high, but I decided to drop my stop instead, because I did want to have some sort of conviction that we did hit Asia high, but we didn't yet. Or at least if we are, we're going to hit it a little bit later. But I ended up removing all my profits. That was okay, exactly what I earned. I ended up earning around 190 to 200. Yeah, it was 200 each on 3 accounts, so it's about $600 made from all those 3 accounts. But I'm okay. It's my first trade of the week, and it's on a Friday, so I did manage my risk a little poorly. I should have entered a lot more with all this confidence that I did have, but I only entered with I think it was 3 micros, so I ended up taking profit here for like 120, and then I think here it was just $80 from this range here to here. It was like 70 to $80. So from there, I just ended up making 200 across 3 accounts. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the trade recap. Nothing too super like out the ordinary. Same thing as I do every single day. You know, do a top-down analysis, see if everything's respecting on a high time frame, find a more accurate PD array within the 15 minute, and see if we end up sweeping liquidity under these kill zones. And then from there, our 1 minute execution that we end up using following this checklist here, and everything was just unfolded here. So we had bias, we had high time frame PD array that got respected, and then we had a liquidity sweep with sessions kill zones, and then we had SMT within that kill zone. We had a CISD up here, and then we had an IFEG down here. So everything just pops up within our model, and we ended up executing and ended up going our way. So yeah, that's about it from the trade recap. Hopefully y'all caught the same trade and banked all of this weekend, or not all of this weekend, but all of this week. This is my first trade of the week, so it was definitely a good trade. So one of the week, not too bad. But yeah, we're back, and we're definitely gonna get stronger during the next couple of weeks coming up. So if anything, I do have a community of traders and a community of new beginning traders as well. So if you guys do fit that criteria or just want a community in general, just hit my DMs up on Instagram, and my Instagram is ZYHRO, and it's a verified account, so it shouldn't be too hard to find. But yeah, contact me there. We can get you started. I'll send you the Discord link. But other than that, you can find the Discord link in the link in bio, so, or just in the comments in general. I'll end up linking it. But other than that, that's it. I do have more sauce within this trade, so if you're interested in that, join the Discord, and I'll just be uploading general trade recaps here on the YouTube. But appreciate you guys for watching, and hopefully y'all were able to bank this week.